In this video, I'll be showing you how to create two visually appealing graphs, a multi-layer chart and a Sparklines grid. These graphs will help you effectively visualize trends, with the multi-layer chart displaying overlapping data series and the Sparklines grid providing compact trend indicators. We'll start by using the tab control component, allowing us to switch between charts easily. Next, we'll drag a chart.gl component onto the canvas. We'll create a new data source called canvas using the SPX table, which contains sample S&P prices. For this example, we'll reduce the number of rows to 200. This query will auto-populate the chart with data, but we can tidy this up for better clarity. First, we'll change the x-axis from linear data to time data. Next, we will rename layer 1 to be close, change the chart type from bubble to line, and change the y-axis to only plot closed data. Let's now add a second layer. We'll change the chart type from line to bar, give it the name volume, and change the y-axis to only plot volume data. We now have price and volume sharing the same axis, so we need to create a second axis to hold volume prices. Add a second y-axis and align it to the right of the chart. We will then assign the volume layer to use the second y-axis. We will also change the colour of the volume layer to make it stand out from the close layer. We can now format the second y-axis to use smart number to represent the billions values. If we want to make the line chart more dominant, we can switch the layout order so that the price line sits over the volume bars, and we can blend these by lowering the opacity. We can close the gap between the bars by changing the distribution from linear to smart. Here I am setting the labels for the x-axis and both of the y-axes. This can be done by checking the display box and providing a title. As a final step, we can add a fill to our line chart, lowering the opacity and then blending it by enabling fade to transparent. Now let's flip over to tab 2 to create a Sparklines grid. These are useful when working with data grids to enhance your data visualization. Start by dragging a data grid onto the canvas. Create a new data source called Sparklines and add the following code. For this example, we are going to go to columns, and for ID, location and batch, tick the hidden box as these are not relevant. For column 4, change the display name from new alerts to new, and for column 9, change the name from combo change to change. Now let's add the different Sparkline options. For column 4, change the format to Sparkline and the type to Pi. For column 5, we are going to change the format to Sparkline but keep the type as line. We are also going to adjust the different properties such as height, width, line colour and fill colour. To learn more about the different common Sparkline options, check out our documentation. For column 6, again, change the format to Sparkline, and this time we are going to change the type to be a bar chart. For column 7, we're going to use a box plot. For column 8, we're going to use a bullet graph. And for column 9, we're going to use a tri-state chart. To go one step further, we can use composite Sparklines that combine multiple individual Sparklines into a single chart, or we can use a stacked bar chart. You can find examples of how to set these up in our documentation.